Pronunciation is considered as one of the fundamental components in learning English. Pronunciation and clear understanding of English speech are two skills which complement each other. If you are acquainted with the apt pronunciation with proper intonation, your level of speech understanding is also increased. In order to be more effective, it is imperative to accentuate upon authentic pronunciation. So, in this video, we are going to learn the rules of silent letters so as to learn appropriate pronunciation of different words. So, let's get started without any further ado. Coming to the first letter, letter A, it is silent in words ending with ALLY. For instance, basically, physically, logically, vertically, and so on. Coming to the next letter, letter B, it is always silent when it follows the letter M. For instance, comb, crumb, climb, plumber, dumb, thumb. Letter B is often silent when it's before consonant T, like dead, doubt, subtle, and so on. Coming to the third letter, that is letter C, it's often silent after the letter S, like scene, scissors, muscles, scenario, and so on. Coming to letter D, it is silent in words like Wednesday, sandwich, handsome. D is quite silent in front of G. For instance, edge, hedge, ledge, bridge, knowledge, and so on. Coming to letter E, it is often silent when it's at the end of the word. For instance, break, taste, clue. Though letter E is silent, yet it can affect the pronunciation, like slide and slid, hop and hope, hide and hid. It produces a longer sound. But if the letter E is in the final letter in the word, but it's the only vowel sound, then it needs to be pronounced. For illustration, he, she, we, and so on. E can also be silent at the end of the past tense of regular verbs which end in ed. For instance, wanted. E isn't pronounced in many words like looked, baked, wrapped, and so on. Coming to the next letter, that is letter G, it is followed by N, then it becomes silent. For instance, design, align, benign, foreign, no, and so on. G can also be silent after vowel sound. For instance, though, light, bright, daughter, and so on. Letter H is often silent when following W. For instance, what, when, where, why, whistle, and so on. Words like honest, hour, honorable, air. Here, H is silent at the beginning of the word. Letter H is also silent when it follows any of these three letters: CH, GH, or RH. For instance, choir, echo, ghost, rhythm, rhyme, and so on. Letter I is usually not silent except in the word business. Coming to the next letter, that is letter K, it is silent when it comes before N. For instance, knife, knock, no, need, knuckle, and so on. Letter L is often silent when we look at these words: half, calf, talk, walk, should, would, almond, and yolk. Letter M is usually pronounced. It is silent in word mnemonic. Coming to the next letter, letter N, it's usually silent when followed by letter M. For instance, autumn, column, dam, hymn. There is no firm rule for letter O to be silent. It is silent in random words like people, favor, country, favorite. Letter P is silent when it precedes an S, T, and N in the beginning of the word. For instance, pseudo, psychological, pneumonia, pneumatic, and so on. There are also few common random words in which letter P tends to be silent. For instance, receipt, cupboard, coo, raspberry, and so on. PH together is sometimes pronounced as fur. For instance, elephant, phone, paragraph, photographer. Letter S isn't pronounced before I in some of the words like island, isle, islet, debris. Coming to letter T, it is silent before ch, ch. For instance, match, sketch, watch, stitch, witch, butcher, scratch, catch, and so on. Letter T is also silent when a word ends with sten. For instance, listen, glisten, fasten, moisten, and so on. Coming to letter U, it is silent in the following words: guess, tongue, guard, guitar, colleague, and so on. Letter V is the only letter which is never silent. Coming to the last letter, letter W, it is silent when it's followed by letter R. For instance, right, wreck, rot, wrong, wrist, rap, wrote, and so on. It is imperative to know that these rules aren't absolute and there are innumerable exceptions to them. For instance, words like magnet and signature. In these two words, we do pronounce that G sound. The next rule is when we have G and H together and those two letters are before a vowel. We usually do not pronounce these two letters. If you find this lesson fruitful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye bye. See you in the next one now.